Welcome to the Uzziah Show, where being young, black, and successful is celebrated. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or personal finances, then this is the show for you. Y'all, I am so excited about today's topic. I pray that y'all have been having an excellent day. Today, we're going to get into how to turn your talents into money. But before we get started, for those of y'all that are just joining, my name is Uzziah, and in 2013, I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from Baylor University. And from that time, I've become a best-selling author, a real estate investor, as well as an entrepreneur. And the reason I created this show is to help you get to the next levels. So for those of y'all that are joining, welcome. Make sure that you put your name and the city that you're from in the description below. Tonight is going to be big, y'all. I don't even know how long I'm going to keep this video online. This is some behind the scenes game y'all are getting on this one. I'm really excited. So thank y'all for joining. We're going to talk about how to take your talents and turn it into money. I'm also going to open up the lines for any comments and questions. Y'all know how it goes. As always, I want to celebrate your wins. So if you've had any recent accomplishments, then please post it so we can celebrate you. And I want to make sure that your business is featured on this platform for free. Now, y'all know I'm excited to get into this topic. Are y'all with me? Are y'all excited to get into this topic? See, the truth says this is an outstanding subject. And I agree, because there's so many of us that have all of these gifts and talents, but we don't know how to manifest it. We don't know how to turn it into money. And so today we're going to go into that. But as always, y'all know before we get started, I got to go over the house rules. So along with every show that I do, y'all know I live by my promise. I strive to give y'all as much free game as possible to help you reach your goals and help you to become the best version of yourself. But all I ask in return is no bad energy. We don't always have to agree, but let's keep things respectful and let's keep it positive. Let's make sure that we have a good representation of ourselves on this platform. Number two, keep the engagement flowing, y'all. I don't want to be up here talking to myself, Y'all know I love seeing y'all's comments. Y'all know I vibe off of the things that y'all say. So make sure that you leave me a comment to let me know who you are, what city you're from, what you think about the topic. That will make the show that much better. Thank you in advance, Ariel. She says, I'm excited about today's topic. As am I. I'm ready to get into it. Now, y'all know when I talk about keeping the engagement flowing, it's not just about leaving comments, but if you like the show, y'all smash the like button. This tells YouTube to put this show in front of more people. Y'all know my statement. I want this show to get to every black man in America. Why? Because we need the access to the information. Now, what they do with that information is up to them, but I want the option to be available. I cannot do that if you don't smash the like button. Greetings to my brother, Chief in the South, as always. Good to see you on today, King. Greetings to you, black man. My brother is coming out of Arkansas. He said he needs this discussion and is working on growing a tutoring business. This is right up your alley. Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, this could be the most valuable video that I've ever done for any of y'all that are aspiring to be business owners. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this on this platform. You know, I got future visions of having a Patreon. This is Patreon level game that I'm going to give out tonight. I know y'all think I'm capping and I'm just talking. What's going on, Mimi? Good to see you as always, my sister. Thank you as always for the support. Much love. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to turn your talents into money. I want to say this, though, before we get started. Y'all keep these comments going. Y'all keep these likes up. Let's make sure that the likes is over 50% at all times. Make sure that you subscribe, because once we get to 10,000 subscribers, that's when the Black Men's Career clothing line will be on YouTube. If y'all want the shirts, if y'all want the hoodies and so much more, as soon as we get to 10,000 subs, it'll be there. So make sure that you subscribe, keep the likes up. And last but not least, super chat, super chat, super chat. I want to give a special shout out to all of the sponsors of the Uzziah Show. I want to give a big shout out to this sister, Sharnae Tyndall, for $100 PayPal donation. There are a lot of y'all that are rocking with me that are not on during the live broadcast, but you happen to watch it after I'm done, and you still have such a gracious heart to support this cause because it's for you. And I thank you for the support. I'm just giving you a shout out to let you know that you haven't gone unnoticed. Just because you might be in a different time zone or you have work, it doesn't mean that you're not a part of the family. So shout out to Sharnae. Shout out to Chantal from Europe for giving 10 euros in a super thanks. Okay, so thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. And thank you, Brian Patterson, for the $5 Cash App donation. Y'all know that these super chats is what keeps the show going. The show cannot stay afloat without your donations. So please leave a super chat below by clicking the dollar icon directly under the chat window. If you don't know how to super chat, just leave me a comment and say, I want a super chat, but I don't know how. And one of my lovely assistants will assist you. But I need the support, y'all. We need to be able to get this show out there. Your investment in positive Black male media goes a long way. And the honest truth is that if you don't invest in positive Black male media, nobody else will. If you have a business that you want me to promote on this platform for free, send me an email at uzziah@blackmenscareer.com. Give me your website, the details, how people can get in contact with you, and I will promote your business on my platform free of charge. This is to celebrate you, celebrate your success, make sure that you get to the next level. I'm just trying to give a platform for our community to win. So with no further ado, guys, let's get into today's topic. How do you turn your talents into money? Have you ever known somebody that is extremely talented, but always struggled financially? Have you ever seen somebody that you would say, "Man, if this person was just take their talent and they did something with it, man, this person will be a multimillionaire. There's no reason why this person should ever struggle with the talents that they got." I want to talk about that in today's episode. The honest truth is that most of us are extremely talented, but we don't know how to monetize on our gifts. A lot of us are very creative, and God has given us a world of strengths. But the biggest obstacle for our community is knowing how the game is played to turn it into financial freedom. A lot of us don't know how to take our talents and turn it into passive income. And that's what I want to talk about in today's episode, y'all. I'm so excited for this. I pray that this one video makes somebody wealthy. And don't forget about me when you blow up, neither. Just follow this process from start to finish, and I guarantee that you will see results. Now, I'm giving y'all in today's video 10 steps to turn your talents into money. The first step is to write down all of your talents on a sheet of paper. Just follow me, y'all. We're going somewhere with this. Trust me, y'all are going to be so excited about where this talk goes. Y'all are going to be wanting to pay me for all of the game that's being given out. I'm just keeping it a buck. The very first step to turn your talents into money is to write down all of your talents on a sheet of paper. You need to do a brain dump of every last thing that you do. Now, this is not to say that we're going to take all of these talents and run with them, but we really need to identify what all you have in your toolbox. So take out a sheet of paper, do a brain down, have it on one list, every last thing. Don't leave anything out, no matter how small or how great, put it down on paper. Once you've listed all of your talents, then you're going to categorize by talent, right? You're going to categorize your talents by skill and demand. You're going to write down all of your talents on one sheet of paper, starting off. And then once you've completely exhausted every last gift that you have at your disposal, that's when you're going to take the next step to take the talents that you already have listed out, and you're going to start categorizing those talents in terms of the skill level and demand. Y'all have some talents that have low skills along with low demand in the marketplace. This leads to low wages. But then on the flip side, you also have high skills that are in high demand. So before we just take any random talent that jumps out at you, we need to identify which talent gives you the best chance of financial success. Write down all of your talents on a sheet of paper. And then once you've done that, that's when we're going to rank them. And just to look out for y'all, I was very generous today. I came up with a talent table to help y'all do this. Now, does your brother love you or does your brother love you? Is this for the culture? Is this for the culture, man? I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't take away nothing from today's episode, I don't know what will, man. If you don't take something positive away from today's lesson, then you just don't want to make money. I don't know how else to say it. I'm going to share this with y'all on the screen because I want you to walk through this live step by step. I put together this table for you called Finding Your Talents. And I've split this into 4 boxes and provided an example for more context. We all have talents that fit in these 4 boxes. It's up to you to identify where you fit. You are sitting on a gold mine. You are the bag. You don't have to go out externally to try to find your skills. You already have a series of natural talents internally. Now we just need to water it and turn it into something profitable. Every one of us has skills of low value with low demand. An example of this for me is folding clothes. So, when I was a teenager, I worked at Banana Republic in Los Angeles, California. And one of the things that I did as a part of the job was I would fold shirts, I would fold pants, and it was a very unique way that we would go about doing it. However, I would not expect to become a multimillionaire off of folding clothes because it is not a high enough skill that's sought out by a ton of people. At best, this is just a hobby that I like to do at my house. It's just something for the closet. It ain't nothing that I'm about to build a business off of. But then there I have low skills that are in high demand. So again, as a teenager, I was in food delivery, and I'm actually quite proficient in making deliveries fast. Now, the thing about it is, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to deliver food to somebody else. It's a hustle and it's a growing market for it. But you have to understand where this skill ranks. If y'all watched yesterday's show, which I highly encourage on how to build wealth, I told y'all about how you can't get to wealth creation while working at McDonald's full time. If you start there, you can ultimately get to the finish line of building wealth, but you don't get to wealth starting with small numbers. So you need to truly identify how are you going to take your talent and monetize off of it. Now, I want to say something. 3 out of these 4 boxes allows you to make money. But what we want to do is categorize it to see where you best fit. You don't want to just randomly pick one thing and run with it. You want to go through this exercise because this is where the money is at. It is not in the dollar amount itself, brothers and sisters, okay? Paper money is fake. It has no value. It's a fiat currency. The true wealth lies in your ability to create wealth by tapping into your talents. That's what people are paying for. They're paying for you to exchange your services at a going rate. So if you have a low skill, high demand talent, put that down in this box. Next, you could have a really specialized skill, but it's not something that is in high demand. So I can show a person how to become a best-selling author, but not everybody wants to be an author in the first place, much less go through the process of being a bestseller. That is something that is very niche. There is a market for it, but I cannot mass market this talent. I can look for a select number of clients who are highly interested in this and turn it into money. But I really want to understand, do I have any skills that are high in terms of competence and high in terms of demand? This is the sweet spot if you are trying to create financial freedom. Listen to what I said, man. Write this down. Go through an entire list and then just start copying and pasting your skills into the corresponding box. The reason why I don't want you to start off with this first is because you will start lowballing and not putting all of your talents on paper. When you start already discrediting some of your talents, one of the talents that you could throw away could actually be the one that is a hit. This could actually be the one that takes off. So I want y'all to go through this exercise exactly as I'm saying it. You know that your brother loves you. You know I want to see how people make it. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done myself. I'm giving you the blueprint on how I built my company. You want to take your best skills that are really, really high skills, not just anything, but you want to take high skills that are in high demand. So if you look at what I put in my box, I have a high skill at showing emerging professionals how to generate a six-figure salary. I have people that are on this live stream right now that could tell you about how I coach them to make a six-figure salary in corporate America. That is a high skill. That is something that I know how to do. I've mastered it. But it's also in high demand because you have a lot of people that want to make more money at work. At the exact same token, you got a lot of people that want to know how to start their own business. That's in high demand as well. A lot of y'all have probably heard about the Great Resignation, where during the pandemic, you had over 40% of people submitting resignations because they realized that that life was too short to be working at a job that they can't stand. So now, with this pandemic changing the entire landscape, now people are like, nah, I got to do something that I enjoy. I bump, just working at anything and, getting sick. If I'm going to make money and I'm going to have lifestyle and I'm going to stay healthy, I'm going to make money by taking my passions and turning it into a business. And so these are two of my high skills that are in high demand, which is the reason why I market these in the marketplace. You've never heard me talk about folding clothes until today. My wife don't even know the passion that I have for folding clothes until right now. It's a low skill and low demand, so it's no point in even talking about it. You see, when I talk more about my high skills, that's when I express my value. And when I express my value, people want to seek me out. Ain't nobody checking for me when it comes to folding clothes, but people are checking for me when it comes to career consulting. Anybody can give you food delivery, but not anybody can show you how to go from making $30,000, $40,000 a year to making a six-figure salary. That is far more rare. So go through this exercise, y'all. Find your talents. Just take out a sheet of paper and just start writing stuff down, and that's where you will find your gem. Now, let me look at these comments before I go too far ahead. Thank you to the brother Yasha Allah for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. I'm telling y'all, if y'all not donating for tonight's show, y'all foul. I'm just keeping it a buck, man. We really going in on tonight's show. Leave me some comments to let me know if y'all like where we're going. As always, make sure that y'all smash this like button as you join. Now, the next thing that I want us to talk about is confirming your talents after you've outlined them. The second step to turn your talents into money is to confirm your talents with the 5 closest people to you. Confirm your talents with the 5 closest people. The reason why you need to confirm your talents is because sometimes people are not accurate about the skills and talents that they possess. Some people overestimate their talent, and some people underestimate their talent. You may not be as good as something as you think. And on the flip side, there may be something that you are really good at, but it comes so natural to you, you take it for granted. That's one of our biggest challenges, man. Like, a lot of us have talents that we're just sitting on, and it comes so easy to us, we don't actually think that other people would be willing to pay for this. We think that making money has to be harder than it really is. We convince ourselves that the only way to make money is by learning something that we don't already know. That's a myth. There are certain natural skills, talents, and capabilities that everybody has. All you need to do is find a way to take those things and package it in a way that will allow you to make money. You need to package it in a way where other people are willing to pay you for it. Okay. So, this is why, after you've gone through your own private exercise of finding your talents, the next thing that you really want to do is confirm your talents with the five closest people and see if your analysis is aligned with their observations. If people are in agreement that, hey, you are really good at this, then cool, then you're on. But don't lead them on. Let them tell you. Don't be like, hey, do you think I'm good at this? Don't take it like that. Ask them off top, what would you say that I'm best at? And just start taking those answers and seeing if it fits with your talent list. Now, number 3 is to study the market. We don't do this nearly as much as we should. The key to making money is to study the marketplace, because the market is going to pay you. The market is responsible for the money that you make. You have to study the marketplace to see what they want and how do your talents provide it. Now, the best way that I recommend that you go about studying the market is to start interviewing people that are already in the demographic of people that you want to share your business with. So I give an example. When I started my company, right, Black Men's Career, what we're doing today, I started having random conversations with friends, asking them about what were some of their biggest challenges getting out of college. See, when you interview people, you don't want to do this formally, because that will change the entire situation. People will give fluffed up answers. Things will start to get awkward. You don't want to do it like that. You want to just have natural conversation, and then at some point during the conversation, create a natural flow where you begin to ask them questions about what bothers them about an industry where you have expertise. I would ask my friends that went to school with me, hey, what's been one of the biggest challenges for you since you got out of Baylor? People would tell me, hey, one of the biggest challenges is I didn't get enough mentorship on how to make the transition. Making this transition into adulthood has been very hard for me. I didn't know how to manage my money. They never taught that in school. So as they're telling that to me, I'm just sitting back and I'm listening, and I have a genuine interest in it because this is my passion anyway. But I'm validating what other people care about. That's one of the biggest things that you need to do when you study the marketplace, is you need to study what other people care about. It's not about what you care about. It's about how you can provide value to other people. And you don't need to write it down when they start talking. Just file it in your brain. And once you leave that conversation, at the first chance that you get, start taking notes. Start identifying how you can start building your company around these challenges. Start identifying, okay, what were some answers that people gave me more than once? If 2, 3, 4, 5 people keep saying the same thing, then that's probably where you should look. You got to study the market. And one of the best ways that you can study the market outside of interviewing people is going on Amazon and looking for the best rated books in your industry. This is high level game, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what else to say. I'm throwing it at y'all, and I'm just hoping that y'all are catching it. Go on Amazon, Find the best-selling books in your industry. It doesn't have to be a billion books. You could just look for 3. When you look for the best-selling books that's in the industry where your talents lie, start reading the ratings to see which ones didn't get 5 stars. So take a best-selling book, and you're going to have a lot of those reviews that are 5-star rated. But start looking at the ones that have 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. And when you look at those particular ratings, you want to pay close attention to the critique that the consumer is making about the product. Therein lies an opportunity for you. So I'll give an example. Let's say that you have a talent when it comes to cooking, and you happen to take this exact same strategy that I'm telling you and use it towards Yelp.com. You start going through Yelp reviews of restaurants that offer the exact same food that you're good at cooking. And when you start looking at, really famous restaurants that got a 4, 3-star, 2-star rating from a particular person, why did that person give a 4-star review? Oh, great food, but the waiter, kind of sucked. The waiter was running late. The waiter forgot what I ordered. The ambiance wasn't as nice as I thought it would be. Whatever critiques you see, that is a consumer telling you what they wanted to buy. The reason why I'm stressing Amazon and Yelp is because you're getting reviews of people that have already paid money. This separates you from a lot of friends and family that give you all of this feedback and all of this talk, but they ain't putting up no dough. Everybody can talk like, they know business, and they know, which direction you should go here and which direction that you should go there. But you want to study the feedback of paying customers, because they will be the ones to keep your business afloat. So check out websites like Amazon, check out websites like Yelp. If you want to go even further, you could use Core. There's so many different review sites that are online that where paying customers are literally telling you what to build. The fourth thing that you want to focus on is how your talent solves a problem. Okay. Business is about solving problems. When somebody is paying you, they are paying you to make their life easier. There is some challenge that you have the answer to. There is some obstacle that they've encountered, and you have the formula on how to get around it. Okay. So when you take your talent, don't just say, oh, hey guys, I have a talent. You say, hey guys, I have a talent. Here's how it solves this particular problem, right? A lot of times, the reason why people can't monetize on their talents is because they place too much focus around their passion. They want to go out to the universe and say, well, hey guys, the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm passionate about it. And while it's a good thing that you are passionate about something that you want to turn into a business, at the end of the day, nobody cares. Nobody cares about your passion. People only care about what is in it for me. How does your offering benefit my life? How does it make things easier? How does it give me less stress? How does it cut, save me some time? Like, how does it save me money? You got to always think in terms of solving the problem. I really want us to pause here and focus on something right now. I really want y'all's comments. A lot of times, my people, you try to start a venture and it's purely based around your dream, but nobody cares about your dream. The only entrepreneurs who are celebrated for their dreams are the ones who had dreams that matched somebody else's dream, or somebody who had a dream that matched somebody else's problem. You have to be in the business of solving problems. Now, number 5, the 5th step on the road to taking your talents and turning it into money is to identify a very specific way that you offer value to people and don't be general. A lot of times when somebody asks you what it is that you do, you give a very general answer. And because of which, people aren't inspired to want to do business with you at all because there's nothing interesting about it. When you can identify a very specific way that you offer value to people, it lets people know that you have a specialized skill. And specialists make more money than generalists. The more special your skill, the higher you'll be compensated. Everything that I'm telling you right now is what is known in the business world as a unique value proposition. You need to understand what makes you stand out. If you're in an economic marketplace, you're not the only person doing what you do. If you're cutting grass, you ain't the only person cutting grass. What makes you different from the next man cutting grass? You know, Yasha Allah was talking about how he repairs credit. Okay, well, what separates you from all of these other credit repair companies? These are questions that you must answer. You got to be prepared to answer it because this is what gets you to the money. A lot of times, you know, you end up getting clientele just based upon having conversations with people. And when people have conversations with you about your skills, a lot of times it ends up turning into new customers. I want to go into this real quick. Y'all know I always bring the Most High into all of our worldly endeavors. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 22 and verse 29. Seest thou a man diligent in his business? He shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. Okay, the mean men that we read about in this verse, these are the guys that have low skills that are in low demand. For you to stand before kings, you have to have high skills in high demand because that is what makes you sought after. That is what gets you summoned by the king. The king ain't looking for, your average Joe Blow out here. They're looking for top counselors, top executors, top high performance people. And this is the reason why whenever I promote this show, I always remind y'all that this is the only place where you're going to get positive black male media that is focused on financial, spiritual, and communal empowerment. This is my unique value proposition to the world. This separates me from every other black man that's out here talking because I'm talking in a very specialized way. When I'm giving you the knowledge, I'm letting you know that I have a lot of experience in these talking points, and you have to find what works for you. So if, again, you want to have a restaurant, you can't just say, oh, yeah, I cook food. No, you have to be able to outline, okay, what is the best dish that you prepare? And what makes that dish stand out? Is it because it has a rich texture? Is it because of its flavor? Is it because of its spice? Is it, because it's healthy food? Is it because you get a lot of food when you cook? What is it about your food that's better than everybody else's? And one of the things that I'll talk about maybe a little bit more in a different video is how you don't have to be better to be better. You have to be different to be better because people like finding unique items. You got all of these different health food stores and all of these different new products that are coming to the marketplace. It's not so much because it is actually a product that is better than their competitors, but because it is vastly different, unlike things that people have ever seen, that's what gets attention and gets people to buy. So when it comes to your talents, you got to have a way to stand out from the marketplace. Now, number 6 is that you have to build a value ladder behind your talent. Oh man, I would have killed for somebody to tell me this before I went into business. You have to build a value ladder behind your talent. What do I mean when I say about a value ladder? How many of y'all are running a business right now where all you sell is one product? How many of y'all have an idea of a talent that you want to make money from, but you've only thought about one way to sell it? That's going to stop you from making a lot of money, because major businesses function by having a product line. Like, okay, you don't see Apple just having the iPhone only. You see Apple with the MacBooks, you see them with the earbuds, like you see them having all of these different products to offer based around the talents and skills that they provide. And so, likewise, when it comes to your talent, you need to be able to identify the product line that's associated with your gifts. So that way you can create multiple streams of income. Let me give you all another example of what I'm talking about. A dentist doesn't just clean teeth. They may be talented when it comes to that, but they do x-rays, they offer root canals, teeth whitening, and braces. They have an entire product line surrounding their talent. Likewise, when it comes to what it is that you do, you really need to make sure that you vet out maybe different levels of service. So I'll give an example based upon my business. I can do a video. I could do a 5-minute video. I could do a 10-minute video. I could put it out for free. That's one level of service. I can also offer a one-on-one consultation. I can also offer a online course. I can also offer a mastermind group where I can get high earning entrepreneurs together in one room, and we could talk about how to get to the next level. Like, there's different ways that I can offer value, and the best way that I can offer value is to just do it for you. I'm sure that some of y'all would love it if I just took the talent that you had and started your business for you. But guess what? That would cost a lot of money. Those done for you services and offering all that level of value, that's not something that I could give to a ton of people, because it takes time to run a business. So I will take my talent, and instead of just offering things one way, I'll offer it in a multitude of ways. You say that you see the same things with musicians. I mean, look at rappers. You don't just buy the album, you'll go to the show. When you go to the show, you might buy a shirt. There's different ways that they are putting their talent out in the marketplace. And so really just start to brainstorm on that. Really just start to brainstorm on, what are kind of the least amount of ways that I can offer service to a person, and what are the highest ways. What is the most service that I can offer to a person? How can I help any one person the most, and how can I give the most value to a lot of people? Those are two different products in and of itself. How can I help one person the most? How can I give the best value to as many people as possible? See, me doing these shows, this is an example of me giving value to as many people as I can, because it's a wide open platform, and as many people that watch it, are able to access the information. There's unlimited potential here. But if I were to take this the next step up and somebody says, man, you know what, Uzziah, you really give out a lot of great information. I can work with them on a more personal basis to be able to offer them more value than I can ever give on a generic show. These are all things that you have to understand when it comes to your business. Okay. I need comments on what y'all are thinking so far, man. I know some of y'all are out there taking notes. That's why you're not giving no comments. But please let me know that y'all are awake. Please let me know that y'all are liking this. Please send a super chat. Please let me know that you resonate with this energy. Okay. The seventh thing. Okay, now before I even get to the seventh thing, I want to say this as well. The reason why you having a value ladder is really so powerful is because it will make sure that you don't just rely on any one product in order to make money. You know, a lot of times we give ourselves undue stress and anxiety whenever we hang our hat around one product, hope that it sells like hotcakes, and then if it doesn't, we're crying, asking why did we ever get into business? The best way for you to be able to do it, or at least a strategy that works, is to be able to have multiple products through your product line. That way, you always have money coming from something, right? So if I could do a show, I could have a book, I could have a membership club, I could do a master class, I could do a course, I could do a seminar, and money can come from all of these different areas. So it takes off the pressure of any one thing really popping. So that way, in case that one thing doesn't pop, it doesn't stop my business from going under. This is a way of hedging your business to make sure that even if one thing that you hoped would work doesn't, you still get opportunities in other places. And this is the reason why a lot of times when you look at other businesses, they offer these different packages in different tiers. Like some of y'all are probably familiar with businesses that offer a basic package, an intermediate package, an advanced package. That's a part of their value ladder. They know that there's going to be a certain number of people that'll buy the basic at, 19.99. They know that there's another group of people that'll buy the intermediate at 49.99. And then they know that there's another group of people that will buy the advanced at $99. So they're not just relying on one package to get to the ultimate goal of their revenue. They get to the ultimate goal of their revenue by adding all of those dollars together. This is the reason why I said in yesterday's show that you have to understand the math behind your wealth equation. A lot of y'all, like me, want to help people, but you have to understand that there may be certain limitations on how many people you can help at a time. So if you offer a talent that is more specialized and more hands-on, you may offer that product at a higher price to a lower amount of customers. But then you can offer training to a wider audience of people at a lower cost, helping out others. And you know what's so great about this? A lot of times people don't end up getting your high end offer right out the gate. They consume the value that you have to offer at a lower level. And if they like what they're getting, they'll level up. Okay. So another example of this is Mercedes Benz. People don't just get the S class right out the gate. Some people start off at the C class, then they end up getting into the E class, and then they end up going from there. But the example is clear. Okay. So try to think about different ways that you can do that when it comes to your talents. The seventh thing, hold on, I'm going to deal with comments real quick. Yasha Allah says, I have to now take a step back and reevaluate my credit repair to make me different. I mean, absolutely. The thing about it, Yasha Allah, is you're doing something right now that makes you different. You just have to tap into what that is. Like when I offer the value that I'm offering, I'm not the only person in the world telling people how to make money, but I offer a unique experience where you're going to get it from somebody that looks like you. You're going to get the financial, the spiritual, the community side of things. You're going to get it on a platform where we're showing other business owners how to be able to promote their business on this channel for free. Like, it's a package deal. And that's what some of y'all got to think about also. I'm glad that Yasha Allah said this. A lot of times when y'all hear content like this, you may be quick to think that, oh, maybe there's something that I don't have that I need to go out and get. Instead, you need to think about what you already bring to the table. So I separated myself from Tony Robbins because Tony Robbins talks about business, but he's not a black man talking about business. That's why I come up with Black Men's Career. People ask me all the time, well, Uzziah, why do you call this Black Men's Career? Other people could get this too. This works for everybody. Yes, it does. But in business, you have what's called a target market. You see, when Marlboro comes out with a cigarette and they put a cowboy on the front of it, they're not advertising to the Negro in the hood. They're advertising to the people that represent the image on the product. They're not doing that in a malicious way. They're doing that because they understand that the best way for them to differentiate themselves from every other cigarette maker is to offer something unique. This is okay. Why do you think we like cools so much? Y'all know I don't dabble in that. I keep the commandments of the Most High. I'm talking about the general nature of our people. Don't try to trip me up with my words. What I'm trying to get y'all to understand is every business has its own unique value proposition. Same thing with Domino's is a great example of this. Domino's pizza may not be the best tasting pizza out of all of the pizza makers in the world. But how do they make money? They tell you, we're going to get this pizza delivered to you in 45 minutes or less, or the pizza is on us. That is their unique value proposition. Different from other pizza companies who may have better tasting pizza because you may value speed as a part of what you want. That's what they focus on. You need to focus on what your target audience really wants and how you can offer that specifically. Okay. I want to see more comments on here from y'all because I want to be able to help you out as much as I can. Okay. So number 7 is you have to find the right environment for your talent to flourish. Okay. One of the big reasons why your talent may not take off as much as it could is because you're not in the right habitat to thrive. I want you to think about a fish. What's the right habitat for a fish? Being in the water. If a fish is in the water, it can thrive. If a fish is out of water, it will die. Same animal, just in a different environment. Likewise, that's how you need to think about things when it comes to you and what you bring to the table. Some of y'all have talents and you a beast at what you do. But because you're in the wrong habitat, there's no way that you can dominate that market. So what is the best environment for your talent to shine? What is the best way for you to deliver your talent? I'm continually giving you the example from myself, hoping that this will be of some value to you. There's 1,000,001 ways that I could give you the information that I'm giving to you right now. I could do it in a show. I could sit down and make a pre-recorded video. I could put it in a blog. I could do a one-on-one consultation. I could create a membership club where I offer this as exclusive gems. I could do there's a billion different ways that I could do this thing. But some ways are more effective than others, and some ways are more suited to my strengths than others. Here's an example. I'm not the world's best writer. So if you put me on a blog, I will fail. Now, when I say I'll fail, it's not to say that I can't make any money from it at all, but that is not my ideal mode. Quick shout out to the brother Rodney Lawrence, a continual sponsor of Black Men's Career. Thank you, my brother. It says, we are truly being taught. This is not generic information, and we must do better at supporting the channel. The material is tailored for us. Hey, I'm just glad somebody said it outside of me. Other communities would be paying me thousands of dollars to give y'all the information I'm giving y'all right now for free. No cap. For any of y'all that have worked in a corporate sector, any of y'all that have tried to start businesses and you go to business consultants, the information that I'm giving y'all in this video is information. If you tried to get me in a one-on-one consultation for this, I would be charging you a lot more money than what I asked for from these super chats. So again, brothers and sisters, if y'all want to keep this show going, make sure that you show support. This thing is a business. This is a service that y'all are getting. So make sure that y'all support y'all. If you're trying to figure out how to give a super chat, then make sure that you tap the dollar icon directly under the live chat window, and that will allow you to be able to bring forth a super chat. If you have questions about how you can apply this to your talent, then put the question in the super chat. You see, what we're trying to do, right? Brothers like myself, Chevis, Yasha Allah, Rodney, Ariel, Lauren, and others. There's so many of y'all. Juice. I'll be on here naming names all day. We're trying to shift the culture. It really shouldn't even get to a point where you should have to ask your own people to support something that's helping them. But we're going to keep this thing pushing forward. So thank y'all so much for smashing a like button, y'all. I really do appreciate it. Please bring forth your super chats. And if you are watching this stream after the show is over, then you can either give a super thanks. There's a thanks that's on the YouTube screen. Just click thanks and you can send a donation there. You can make it payable via Cash App. My information is on the screen. You can make it payable via PayPal, y'all. It goes a long way. And like I said, for all this information y'all getting, man, y'all foul if y'all ain't supporting this. Find the right environment for your talent to flourish. Where does your talent work the best? Okay, for me, I work best on camera. I'm a very expressive person. I'm going to give you a lot of body language. I'm going to make convicting statements. I do best on video. I don't do best if I'm just writing emails, if I'm just writing a blog. But I know cats that are great writers, and that's their claim to fame. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's a million different ways to make money. And some of y'all are so quick in getting caught up in shiny object syndrome that every time you hear about a new fad, you jump on it, not considering if this is the right fit for you. So I'm going to speak from my own personal experience. When it comes to how I do my business, I don't make my money any kind of a way. I'm a very introverted person by nature. I don't like to do spur of the moment stuff. I would much rather deliver a product already pre-made and pre-done, so that way I don't have to be in a mood to socialize. That's just how I am socially. Now, a lot of y'all are extroverted. A lot of y'all, you get life from talking to people, man. If you could if you could make a business around talking to people on the phone all day, oh, you'd make a killing. So you got to figure out, okay, maybe instead of me being the person that does work in silence, maybe I should build a business where my talent is talking to people in real time. Y'all should be the ones doing a show instead of me. What I'm doing on here, doing a show, and I'm an introvert. So this is just showing y'all that there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. What is the best way for you to deliver your talent? And what platform works best for people who are looking for your talent. Okay. That's a major one too, because if you put the right information on the wrong platform, it's going to fall flat. So my content works best on YouTube because it is long form content that is tutorial based. When I mean long form content, y'all know these shows will go about 2 hours. I couldn't do a 2 hour TikTok. I couldn't do a 2 hour Snapchat. I'm curating the content in a way that aligns with the platform that I'm on. And what we got to do is we got to understand, okay, for the type of content or the type of gift and how I work best, what is the right medium for my talent? So if you're really good, for example, at photography, you should be on Instagram. If you are very funny, TikTok would be an amazing place for you to share that talent. Like there's so many different avenues that are engineered for specific types of people that before you just randomly take your talent and just put it out somewhere, you really need to think about this. And again, just giving y'all some next level game. One of the biggest reasons why a lot of y'all don't make money from your talent is because you put your talent everywhere. Like you'll start a business, right? And before you could even master what it is that you do, you got a Facebook account, a Twitter account, an Instagram, a TikTok, a YouTube. And when you stretch yourself that thin, you never become big in any one area. The problem with this is every platform requires something a little bit different in terms of experience. So again, if I'm on Instagram, I'm looking for pictures or quick video. If I'm on YouTube, then I'm more likely to spend 10, 20 minutes watching something. But if y'all start up a business and you are indiscriminate about where you're putting the information, you just say, hey, I'm going to just throw it on the wall, hope that it sticks. That's one of the reasons why you're not as sought after as you possibly could, because you don't even know the habitat to be in to really dominate. Where do you dominate in terms of a platform? Set up shop there. And then once your audience grows, then that is when you can expand over time. I know that there's a lot of y'all out here ready to challenge what I'm saying. Oh, but Uzziah, you know, Jimmy John's that has 2 million followers. They got a Twitter account and they got an Instagram. Do you have 2 million followers or do you have 2 followers? Get to 2 million before you start acting like the people with 2 million followers. You can't make the same moves as the big dogs. And that's one of the biggest challenges that we have in marketing and in business is we try to match what the elites are doing so heavy, but we don't see all of the smaller steps that they took before they got to be elite. I'm giving y'all the process of how to get there from A to Z. Let me check these comments real quick. Shout out to Brian Livings for the $10 super chat. I'm in class for the 3rd night in a row. I appreciate the information that's being shared. Thank you for paying tuition, my brother. Thank you for the tuition. Much appreciated, man. I ain't even hitting y'all over the head like they do in these colleges. Y'all know I had to pay $100,000 in student loans to be able to not get none of this information that I'm giving to y'all right now for free. Come on, man. Show your appreciation. If you got love and appreciation for what's coming out, y'all bring forth a super chat. King Azaniah is in the house, man, the man with the master plan. Y'all make sure y'all check out this brother. He's going to be on at 9 o'clock tonight on Midweek Meditations. He's one of the elders in my church, True Spirit of Christ. This man has a really great episode in line tonight on how to support Black businesses. So listen, y'all, make sure that y'all tune in. Go on the True Spirit of Christ YouTube page. Check them out. Okay, now, Let's get back to where we were. So we were talking about positioning yourself in the right environment. Now, as Anaya, he did make me think of something when he says this, because his wife is an excellent copywriter naturally. Excellent. I mean, if the sister just made a blog, if the sister just was able to build an email list, and we'll talk about this a little bit further, the way that she can put words together to elicit emotion really is something special. So that is a talent that not a lot of people have, but you got to know how to do something with it. But you know what becomes the biggest problem? She probably doesn't even realize, unless it's told to her, hey, you're really good at copywriting. People would actually pay for this. Like, companies would actually put you on and just write their content. A lot of times, the biggest talents that we have are the ones that we take for granted the most. So again, it's about identifying your talent. Y'all went through the exercise earlier. Remember that I showed y'all the talents table. If y'all are just getting on right now, you need to rewind all the way back to the beginning of the show. Because if you're coming in on step 7, you have to go in order: step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and beyond. Okay, so now we talked about how to find the right environment for your talent to flourish. Number 8 is that you need to share your talent for free to build demand. This is one of the biggest mistakes that most Black business owners make. They are so quick to get to the money that they don't offer anything for free. This is the reason why restaurants give free samples. Now, you see, this is something that all of us should know within our community. Because whenever you go to the mall, I don't care what city that you're in, whenever you go to the mall and you pull up in these different shops, what's the one thing that people is handing to you as you go from store to store? Free samples. Try this right here. Try this. They're telling you to try it because they want to express their value before you pay. They know that if they are performing in the spirit of excellence, you're going to want to work with them more. So after you try out the sample, you're going to want the entire meal. That's how we have to be when it comes to showcasing our talents. So let's say that you are a musical artist. People tell you, man, you got an incredible voice. Don't worry about always selling your content. That will come in time. Start putting a lot of your material out there so that way you can get recognized. Like, I know brothers right now that most of their content is free, but you got people offering them record deals left and right. You don't hit it big always by starting off right at the money. You start doing it for free. I mean, how many times have you heard about rappers that was selling stuff out of their trunk? You got to start from where you are, man. And one of the best ways to really generate interest is to just put your workout on the street and to get people hooked on it to the point where by the time you stop giving out the free samples, they're willing to buy. Okay. So I just want to make sure y'all stick on that one. Share your talent for free to build demand. As a lot of y'all see, even with my business, all of my information is not in my programs. Now, the information that I have in my programs is beyond the information that I put here. That's the reason why I say, hey, if you like what I'm doing here, then really you should get Breakthrough Year, because I'm going to work with you for the next 12 months, showing you how to get to the next level. Okay, on the show, I'm going to talk about random topics, but in Breakthrough Year, we're going to break down month by month by month how to maximize your energy, because your energy is directly correlated with your wealth. If you're going to be a business owner, you have to have energy 24/7. How do you master your time? I've never seen a wealthy person that was bad with their time management. If you like what's going on here, then take things to the next level. But nobody would know about Breakthrough Year if I wasn't on this YouTube channel putting my content out. So these are things that you want to think about as you get started showcasing your talents. The ninth thing that I want to put out here, y'all, is to have an email list or a text list to retain your audience. Y'all, it's ridiculous, man. I wish I could get Ariel on the screen right now, just so that way she could tell y'all about what type of content I'm really giving y'all on this one, man. I'm telling y'all right now, this video will probably not be on YouTube forever. I'll probably take this down once I get the Patreon on and slap it on there. This information, man. Listen, you need to have an email list or a text list because you need to have a way of retaining your audience. Somebody might be interested in your product, but they may not be in position to buy right there at that moment. So you need to have a way of maintaining relationships with that person until they're in a better position to support your business. A lot of times, we think, okay, well, I'm gonna just sell to somebody right now, and if they don't got it, get away. That's not how money is made. A lot of us don't understand that 75% of all the money that's made online happens through email. Why do y'all think that all these companies are out here sending off emails? Because that's where the money is getting made. Somebody may be interested in your product and they will want to buy, but they may not be able to buy it right there in that moment. So how do you have a way of getting in touch with them? See, a lot of us, we think on a small scale, my people. I'm not talking about the one dude that you met 2 days ago and you take down his phone number. I'm talking about you having a talent that when you showcase it to the world, 200 people might want to buy your product, but they're waiting for the next paycheck. So how do you manage that volume? You have to create a system, a database that will take everybody's contact information that's really rocking with you and have them on a list. So that way, whenever you have a new product release, a discount, or a new sale going on, you can send it to qualified leads. You could send it to paying customers. You could send it to people who are actually interested in your product. Y'all see a lot of times people will put out information on social media, right? Like they'll make a post about something on Facebook. And honestly, that's one of the worst ways to make money online is just by doing a Facebook post, because Facebook's algorithm is so ridiculous that let's say you got 1,000 friends. Facebook might make it to where only 30 people can see the post. So the majority of the people on your friends list won't even know what you have to offer. But if you own an email list, if 1,000 people are on that email list, it will go into 1,000 people's inbox. Text lists, again, very important. I'm sure y'all have seen this. You'll see guys that'll say, hey, text me at this number. And then whenever they do a new show, you'll get it to the text me. Text me. That's gonna be something I'm gonna be looking into doing. That's the reason why I asked for the super chat, because I have to be able to pay a company to be able to set up the text list. All this stuff ain't for free. So I want y'all to come up with ways of doing this, because like if you are only going off of having a website, you never know who all is coming to your website and who is not. Unless somebody makes a purchase and becomes a customer, you have no way of knowing the names and contact information of the people that visited your page. So you need to make sure that you have a way of showcasing your talent and then delivering a call to action and say, hey, you know what? If you like what I'm doing, let's keep in touch. Give me your name, give me your email, give me your phone number. And then you put that as a part of your database. So that way, when you offer something new, people have access to get it. Or when people are in a better position to support your venture, all they can do is click a link from the email that you send. Last but not least, number 10, make your payment method simple. Buying should be one click away. Listen, y'all, I cannot stress the importance of this enough. Don't try to set up no business where people got to go to 50 billion pages before they hit the buy button. I mean, even if the action is not buying right there in the moment, whatever your call to action is, it should only be one click away. The reason is because the average attention span of a person is 6 seconds. They're not so in love with your passion that they're willing to read through a billion pages just to be able to get the product. They either are going to get it or they're not. So, y'all got to make sure that when you have your talent showcased, make the payment opportunity very accessible. Now, don't misinterpret what I'm saying here. I'm not saying sell to people right off the rip, because that becomes another reason why a lot of times you may not turn your talents into money, is because you're asking for the money too fast. Like I was just saying about the email list. A lot of times you have to nurture relationships with people. When you ask a person to pull money out of their wallet and they don't know anything about you and they don't know who you are, it could be a little bit too invasive. You don't want to ask for marriage on the first date. So, the same way that you just wouldn't go up to any random girl that you've never met and ask for her hand in marriage, you're going to take deliberate steps in terms of working with future clients. Hey, here's this right here, and just check it out and see if you like it. If you want to take the next step, here's the link to be able to get into the email list. Okay, bam, I'm sending you emails. You like the emails, you like the value that I have to offer. Tell you what, if you like this level of service, I'm sure you would love the next level because it's a win-win. We got to get out of this mindset that we're just selling stuff to people. When I'm offering what I'm offering, this is to change your life. I could walk away with the things that I know and not say nothing about it. But when we are offering value to other people are winning as a result. You know that you are contacting the right people if they're asking you, how do I sign up? If they're telling you, give me more. A lot of people on my Black Men's Career channel is like, bro, when you making another video, man, where are your courses? How do I sign up for this? They asked me to do this. So you just focus on delivering value, but when it's time to sell, make that payment method as simple as possible. Even when it comes to the show, for example, try to make it as convenient for y'all as possible. Donate to the show. The super chat link is directly above. I'm not taking y'all down yonder somewhere. I'm not making y'all go to a million different pages. All I'm asking you is to take your eyes down from where you're looking right now, click the dollar button, and there you are. It's only one click away. So those are the 10 steps to turning your talents into money. And if you follow these steps and don't skip any, you'll be in good shape. I want y'all to notice something before I open up the lines. And as always, y'all, cam up, cam up, cam up. The first 9 steps had nothing to do with you getting money. And that's the reason why most people miss out on this. Most people want step 1 to be get the money, but you don't take all of the steps that's necessary to get it. I'm telling y'all this, mark my words. If you follow these 10 steps, not make excuses, not say little stupid stuff like, oh, well, that's easy for you to say, Uzziah, because you know how to speak. But for me, as long as you're not on that type of energy, it'll be better for you to follow these steps. As long as you're not saying, oh, well, I'm sure that works for this person in this industry. But the way that my industry is set up is what the 10-step process that I just gave you works for every industry, because you see every industry online making money. You see dentists online, you see hospitals online, you see salons online, you see beauticians, all these different things, man. The list goes on. Follow the process and don't forget about me once you blow up. My brother Shevis, thank you for joining today, Black Man. Peace to you. How you doing, brother?
Peace, brother. Peace. I appreciate the space, man.
Yes, sir,
Fantastic
as always.
conversation.
Yes, sir. Great to see you on, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being a sponsor.
Absolutely, man. I'm trying to learn.
All praise to the Most High.
You
What you
got to
got
give
for us?
credit. You got to give credit to a brother like yourself and others that know what I don't know or
Oh,
what I
thank you, my
haven't
brother.
mastered. That's how you learn. So,
Thank you, my brother. That means a lot to me. Thank you, man. What you got for me today?
um, you're really talking a lot of peace, man. And in the last year, I've I've tried to be creative. I've tried to be innovative. I've tried to step outside the box and hold myself to some ethics, some values, some standards. And when you don't push yourself to self-examine, when you don't hold yourself to accountability standards, when you don't have a circle of influence that affirms you but also will revise and correct you, then you'll make the mistakes that I've made this year in failing my own self. And that'll get into the way of me turning my talents into problem resolve and into financial opportunities. I still give a lot of free work, free patronage. Um, and Lauren and I have carefully considered over the last year, well, how do I make that jump up? How do I take public speaking in the community and turn it into professional facilitation in different, meeting spaces? How can I take the trainings that I've mastered over the years and turn that into a catalog of opportunities to shop to different businesses, whatever have you?
Absolutely.
How can I take the food access program and continue advocating for it? Like you saw I did, in the base camp,
Mm-hmm.
advocating for it so that it turns into a fruitious concept rather than such a critical project. And I thought about it last summer. I come back from prison and I was like, what can I do? What can I do that's not going to take a hop, skip, and a jump, but would just take me tapping into my raw talents? And I can write and speak just like you. And my ability to write, understand literature and composition, um, my ability to speak, thorough in the English vocabulary,
Yeah.
has truly, and this is how I turn my talent into money. Because I was in prison thinking, man, I could write grants, I could write proposals, blah, blah, blah. Not many know it, but I have sustained myself in the last year by writing grants.
Mm.
Merely because I was like, I've written grants for other people. I've written free grants and shot it out into the universe. Well, now, how can I compose grants, use, the experience that I have, my talent in writing and accurately presenting? How can I turn that into resources for myself?
Right.
And again, the food access program, we started right out of my trunk with no money. And Lauren, to tell you, there was a time where I was like, wow, I don't have any money to keep doing this. We had lost the food. She didn't let me give up. She let me have days where I could just, really unpack. And I reorganized, wrote a grant. Next thing I know, we had jobs to give.
Yeah.
Sharing income with people, building community wealth.
Yes.
And I'm still trying to learn from masters like yourself, but it feels good when you can turn a talent into money and it not be you don't lose yourself in the process. You don't conform to something that's maybe against your purpose or your core belief.
Absolutely. Well, you got to sell your soul, no
Well, you got
doubt.
to sell your
I,
soul,
I,
yeah, for
I
sure.
feel that. If I could throw this in here real quick, brother, it's amazing all the different opportunities that you have because you're so talented. One easy thing that sticks out to me when it comes to you is just going to different nonprofits offering your services. What I mean by that is this. I mean services in terms of how to become more impactful in the community, how to be able to maybe take a nonprofit to the next level. So one of the things that I think that you do very well, Chevis, is you provide real hands-on assistance. We know that not every nonprofit provides real hands-on assistance, and many of them don't know how to do it. And so I think that one just easy venture of many that you could do. You got a world of talent, my brother. One easy way to just be able to make money is to just have a list of nonprofits that you contact step by step, and you provide them with a background of who you are and what you provide to the community. You show them your results. You show them, some of the things that you've done in the community and how it has delivered massive value. And then you can offer to these different nonprofits a free diagnostic of sorts. You could do an assessment and say, hey, you know what? My name is Chevis Watson. I offer this, I offer that. These are the things that I've done in the community in times past, highlighting your top results. I'm not here actually to sell you anything. I'm here to just provide you with a free diagnostic on how to do more for the community. I know that there are things that you guys want to do. Let me know, what have been your community service efforts from the past year? How much money have you generated? What is offered in your social media campaigns? And then by you offering a free diagnostic, again, going into the free samples, once you can provide these businesses with responses on ways for them to improve their nonprofits to create real impact, you can deliver solutions that you would be willing to support them with for a nominal fee.
Right.
So in other words, you can tell them, hey, I did an assessment. This is what I noticed is missing. In my experience, when I was working with this organization, when we did this way, this got the results.
Right, right, right,
You could take this and run with it, and that's all good. I'm just trying to help.
right.
But if you need further assistance to be able to do this, I can hop on board with you for the next couple weeks. I can give you a roadmap on how to do it. I've got a tested and proven method on how to provide this to nonprofits. And again, it becomes a win-win because you're leveraging your strengths. You are helping nonprofits become better servants. This provides more value to the community, and you bring in a stronger labor force beyond the things that you can just do yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it does.
Yeah. So again, man, that just becomes one of the different many ways. And for those of y'all that are on here, I'll be on until 9 o'clock. So we only got a few more minutes to go. But for those of y'all that have talents, I'll give y'all game for free on the show on how to be able to take that talent and turn it into money right now, just like I did with Chevis. So make sure that if y'all are watching this, hit the cam up link so that way you can get on camera. Tell me what your talent is. Tell me, what some of the obstacles are that you're going through, and I'll give you free game for the next 10 minutes on how to be able to take that and turn it into money. Ariel says, this is insane value. I could absolutely see nonprofits loving that diagnostic and looking to pay Chevis for his assistance with improving their impact. I mean, absolutely. Chevis has all of the tools, man. You know how to write, you know how to speak. You could literally just have your own website where you just offer a series of nonprofit consulting services. And whenever you do reach out to other businesses, and you could hire somebody to reach out on your behalf, They can do the diagnostic, and then you can just point them to a place on your website where you offer different packages on different levels of service. You could offer consulting, you could do a done for you. You could have people coming to your nonprofits, and they could be getting a live walkthrough on how to do things. There's so many different ways, but I think that would be a tremendous opportunity, especially because nonprofits are looking to actually, put up money in those type of ways, because it's easy to write off, because it's a part of the learning that goes into that nonprofit. Thank you, brother. I'm gonna have Yasha Allah on here real quick. Much love to you,
I
black man.
appreciate it, brother.
Yes, sir. My brother Yasha Allah, what's going on, man? How you doing today,
Shalom.
sir?
I'm doing pretty good. Shalom, big brother. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. What you got for me?
Yeah, when you said that, I look at myself. I know I do it on the side for as my credit building repair as on the side. As far as like you were saying, if I want to take it further, I didn't think of none of that. You said that was far from my mind. You know what I mean? Setting up this, setting up that, and everything else, and what's making me different from everybody else. Because you're right, there are a lot of hundreds and hundreds of repair people who do it. You're correct on that. But I never thought about that as that aspect. You know what I mean? I do it because of where I'm at. 80% of truck drivers where I'm at don't even have good credit. They're not even 75% is not even buying a house. You know what I mean? They got a family. They're still renting. And I just saw. I was asking questions, get their feedback. I'm like, whoa, y'all don't have good credit? You have your own truck.
Yeah.
And they pitching pennies. It's like, like the other day, I tell people, it takes 3 years, you're right, to go when you start seeing some good money. It ain't gonna be your first year. You know what I mean? And
let me say this, sir, if you don't mind. Why not do a credit repair business for truck drivers? That one way to be able to distinguish yourself is you could build a unique value proposition where you are highlighting some of the specific challenges that come to truck drivers, and you can make content on credit repair using their language. So what I'm saying is everybody has a credit score, right? I'm gonna put you on mute real quick because there's a background echo. Everybody has a credit score, but the thing about it is not every truck driver may understand credit talk coming from people that don't know how to speak their language. So if you know that there's a certain market of truck drivers that are out there who have bad credit and need it, in order to further their own lifestyle, then you could make content about that. You could have a business where, you could be marketing to guys that are getting in the trucking game, and they feel that they need to have good credit in order to get a truck. And you could literally have a value ladder on how to improve your credit so that you can buy your first truck. You see what I'm saying? Like you can niche down and speak to a very specific audience, and that way you become the go-to guy for truck drivers. So the truck drivers are going to look for a person that's talking to truck drivers every day over a person that's just talking general to everybody, if that makes sense. And what I'm saying is, even when it comes to you offering that type of value, you could do it in the form of a book on credit secrets. You could do it in the form of a online program. You may or may not know this, but I actually offer a bonus course in my 0 to 6 figures program called Build Your Credit Video Vault, where I show people how to be able to get rid of delinquencies, how I show how to get to a 800 credit score, all of those things. So I'm just mentioning that because that's just one different way to take the same information but offer it at a different level, And then, of course, we obviously know that there's so many people that just want to call a phone number and have you just do all of the credit repair work for them. So I see the reason why I'm saying this, and I'm gonna let you back on right after this. The reason why I'm saying this is because most people don't realize that if they are truly passionate and they are sincere about wanting to help people, they're actually hurting people by not having a value ladder. If all I offered was one product, people would never see this show. But then there are some people that see this show, like Angela, and will say, man, I gotta have breakthrough year. The show is cool, but that's going to take me to a whole nother level. And so, when you really start with the question of how can I give the most value to people, that gives you the top of the ladder. What's going on, Juice? Good to see you on, my brother. Hopefully you got that email that I sent you. I sent you my maximum productivity masterclass for free. I sent it to you in your email a couple hours ago, King. Check that out. You look at the top, that sets the top of your ladder right there. How can I help the most? How can I give the most value to people? And then you start looking down and say, okay, well, what would be just a little bit less? What would be a little bit more hands-off? What would be a little bit more of a passive income generator? And then you've created passive streams of income as well as active streams right there around the same service.
Gotcha. I understand more. Because truckers are different. We're a different breed. Got their own lingo. They got their own understanding. It's totally different from everybody else. I've been for 30-something years. Like, what? It's different. I know how to operate. I know how to think. I've been doing the same thing too. I know they go through. You know what I mean? And most just want direct answers. They don't want the BS. They don't want the sugar-coated thing. They just want the straight nitty-gritty. That's how they want it. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Because they deal with a lot of things every day, so they don't want all that. Give me the nitty gritty. I'm good. I'll let you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely. So you can market it directly to truck drivers, speaking their language in all of your marketing, and you will already pick up sales because you are a trusted source in that area. You are a familiar face rather than just getting credit advice from Joe Blow, who never drove a truck in his life. People will be more inclined to want to work with you because you understand their challenges. So very, very important point. While we're still on, sir, could you tell, I got a question for you. Do you think that today's show was worthy of a super chat?
Yes, it is. Because a lot of people don't see like I see it. This is college. I mean, this is actually college. They don't get it. I mean, if they never attend, not to put anybody down, we understand financial situations. But if you go to college, you ain't got no money, you ain't getting through the door. They don't care if the money come from your mama, your daddy, your great-grandpappy. They don't care nothing. All they want to do is one thing. We get you enrolled, we see your level, take your test. If not, we put you over this level to get you up here to that par. But we need to see some cash money. Cash, certified check, bank deposit, draft. That's how it is. And you're getting little for nothing because you're teaching. But in college, listen, you're right. Them grants and loans would cost you at the end. Like, oh my gosh, how much?
Through the roof. Yeah, you'd be paying through the roof for it. And how many Black professors do you get at most of these institutions? Unless you go into a HBCU, you're not getting the information from somebody that even has a vested interest in your future. Like,
yeah.
Go ahead.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not getting any. I had one, and it was because of my dad. Being a frat brother, he was a dean, so I had it every day. I had to be on my P's and Q's because my dad. Besides that, I wouldn't even saw him. I wouldn't know who he was. And we don't get that. Because all they want to do is get paid, teach in class, and go home.
There you go.
That's just the way it is, But schooling costs, education costs, time costs, like you say, equipment costs, and a lot of people don't see that. I just want it free.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, you got me going on that part right there. You know how you just know how to tap that button so well, man. This is the reason why a lot of our people don't make money from their own talents, because they're not willing to pay for anyone else's. A lot of y'all think what I'm saying right now is cap, but let me go into the science of it right now. You attract the kind of person that you are. If you are always the type of person that has a mentality of, I'm going to get one over, then when people consume your talents and gifts, they're going to get one over on you, because you're attracting who you are. A lot of y'all don't recognize that the way that I came to know this game is because I was willing to pay people to teach it to me. I was willing to go out there and study and learn, and I was able to take in knowledge, apply it, and then find out the real lessons to give back to my own people. But I'm telling y'all this right now. The reason why a lot of y'all have not turned your talents into money as of yet is because every time you look at somebody else's talent, you always look for the free version. How can I get this for free? So quite naturally, when you start promoting your business, you're going to start giving off that same energy to the same people that are looking for the free route, just like you. So that's why sometimes, and you know, y'all going to think that it's all cap, but listen, I'm just giving y'all a game. The best way to sell something of $100 is to buy something of $100, because then you put your mind into the mindset of that kind of customer. A lot of you will never attract the customers who would pay you $100 because you don't know the language that they talk, because you've never been that person yourself. That's the reason why a lot of times when you have talents and you try to put it for sale, it always becomes very low value, because you only give low value yourself. You only give but a few bucks, so people only give a few bucks to you. I'm talking real talk right now. Well, okay, why do y'all think when you see wealthy people, they buy expensive things? It's because people are buying expensive things from them. Have you ever stepped back and thought, damn, the main people that buy value meals from McDonald's are the same ones who get paid that type of money in hourly wages. So the same way that you pay bottom prices for somebody else's products, that's what somebody is paying you in terms of your wages. If you want to get more, you have to give more. So that's why I'm telling y'all the things that I'm telling you. It's not because I'm trying to hustle you. It's because I'm trying to show you the reason why you have talents, but it's not turned into money. In order for your product to make money, you yourself have to be the right person. You have to be the right person that somebody can look at and say, hey, you know what? This seems like the type of person who knows what they're talking about. This is the type of person that would buy a higher end product, so I could see why it would make sense for them to sell a higher end product. This looks like the type of person who has sales experience because they know the art of selling, because they've been such a consumer. Oftentimes, the people that have the best sales campaigns are the ones who own the product themselves. They're bought into the product before they sold it to anybody else. The people who sell the worst don't know nothing about the product because they haven't never bought it themselves. So it's all game, Yasha Allah. It's all game, and I'm thank you for bringing that point out.
And like you were saying, there was a brother, I think in New Jersey, he was a lawyer, attorney, was teaching credit repair. Same thing. Super chat. You're getting this from an attorney. Who
Yeah.
told you he'd been through that? Who had bad credit? That tells you the
Right.
do's and don'ts. You could be sued just in case. You know what I mean? You have to make sure you do
Absolutely.
this or do that because that's deep. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't give a super chat, so he had to stop. He said, "Dude, I worked through the day. I come on 3 times to show you," and he had to stop. He said, "Listen, I can't do it. Direct me and pay me that way, then I'll teach you."
Right.
And then, like you said, everybody's on the internet teaching, but it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the best product. The brother was good, but so I had to go to another nation to learn from him. I had to pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
And people don't understand. Yeah. Listen, you got trade line, you got sweeps, you got to repair, you got to clean, they go, what's that? Exactly. You got trade line. What's trade line? You know, and I said, you can do trade line, but you have to know how to do it correctly. They think there's 3 credit bureaus. No, there's 7. They go, what? Yes, there's 7. There's 4 they're not going to tell you about. Those are the real nitty gritty. You have to take care of first. You know what I mean? And then you say, well, dude, you know they're going to change. The government's taking over credit repair. Huh? Look it up. Once they take it over, you ain't fixing nothing. You are locked down. That's just the way it is. You know?
Absolutely.
But brothers, like you said, you're teaching. Oh, you know what? And then you look at it like other channels. They in business because at least people are giving $2. That counts. You can't give $2. I mean, really. You know what I'm saying? Man. And it adds up. To me, it's all worth it because I'm learning more about me and what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? And getting your program. That's a key point. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna do this forever. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know, but school, college, listen, them classes cost money if you ain't been. And they are higher now than when I went. They're a whole lot higher. You know what I'm saying?
And they're not teaching you half this information. I thank you so much, sir. And while we're on the subject, let's give a big shout out to our brother Juice, big time sponsor of the Uzziah Show. Thank you so much, brother, for the $10 super chat. And I'm glad that you got the Maximum Productivity Masterclass complimentary in your email. Yasha Allah, sir, if you could send me your email, please do that, and I'll make sure to send you any of my products on a complimentary basis. So I appreciate your contribution, and it means a lot to me. And see, this is what I want to see from Black people, man. I'm really and truly like, I don't mind helping you as much as I can because I see that you have a spirit to help somebody else. You're not a taker, you're a giver. And so because you give, it's only right that others give to you. Just like with Juice. Juice gives, hey, brother, don't even worry about this. I got you on this. It's covered. But see, again, we don't have, we're not lacking an opportunity. We're lacking a mindset. There's enough money around here for us all to win. But because we have a mindset that, you know, hey, I got to keep it all in the spirit of scarcity, that's the same mentality that people take when it comes to us. If we build a community where everybody is just holding it close, that's how it's going to be when it comes to us. And, you know, the reason why a lot of our people don't know this information that I be kicking on these shows, because you got to get into the programs, the courses, the books, and the classes and put the money up in order to get it. So the reason why a lot of us don't know is because we never put it up. So it all starts in the mindset, my people. It all starts. I'm telling you, everything I'm telling you, I know. The bill, okay. I know guys right now that have made so much money online, they're on the verge of becoming a billionaire. You want to know the number one bit of advice that they tell their clients on how to build a business online? Start buying from other online consumers so you could see why their business works. A lot of y'all don't even understand how these online businesses run because you never go down their pipeline deep enough to figure out how they make money. A lot of y'all don't understand in terms of being a student. Follow what I'm saying, my people. A lot of y'all that are really trying to get on LA Life, tell me what you mean when you talk about the class. Are you talking about the Maximum Productivity Masterclass? Let me know what you mean when you say class. Anyway, a lot of our people that are trying to get on when it comes to being an online business owner, the reason why many of us don't know how to effectively position our products is because we have not gone down the pipelines of industry leaders offering the exact same things that you want to offer that will show you exactly how they're doing it. So all you see is a person's advertisement, but you don't see, okay, what does it look like when I get in their email list? What emails are they sending people that's working? Because if they're sending these people the emails and it's working, I could do the exact same thing and it will turn into something. We don't think along those lines, bro. We don't think, man, you know what? A lot of these guys that are making the money online, I'm not positioning myself to see how they're really making it, because all I go is just look at one of their free videos. I don't understand, you know what? How do they take the average customer from a video to a shopping cart? What happens after you get past the shopping cart button? You want to do this yourself, but nobody is going to teach it to you. You got to go down the pipeline to figure it out on your own. And you know what's so crazy what I'm saying, Yasha'Allah? Our people have this mind to understand this when it comes to the drug game, but we don't have this mind when it comes to understanding how to monetize our own talents. Remember in the movie American Gangster, Frank Lucas traveled all the way to Saigon to figure out how they was making the product, so that way he could bring the product back to America to sell it to his own people. But we don't think, like, we understand this in the drug game. We understand, okay, if you really want to see how to push this weight, go out to where the Colombians is at. They really going to show you how they really doing it. All the kingpins, they do that. But when it comes to us doing the thing legally, maximizing on our talents, that is God inspired, where we're not selling dope to our own people, the street, the wisdom behind the street goes right out the window. I just gave y'all one last bit of game. If you are trying to take your talents and turn it into money, go through the entire pipeline of somebody who is already doing what you want to do successfully. Because when you go through their pipeline, you're going to see the secrets of what they offer behind the scenes that other people cannot see. You won't be able to see, oh man, okay, this email that this person sends, that's what makes them $50 a pop. But I would have never known it looking at their Instagram pictures. You got to, and this is all a part of an investing in yourself. Invest in yourself, investing in yourself, invest in yourself. Yasha'Allah, you had one. Big thanks to my brother LA for life. I'm gonna send you the link to the Maximum Productivity Masterclass right now. I'm gonna put it in the comment section below. LA for life. Let me know if you are able to go in it successfully. And look at what Rodney said. Too many of our people try to skip the process. That's why you don't have it. That's why you don't. Okay, you know what's so funny? I'm sorry, I'm about to say this real quick. Yasha'Allah. All of us sit back and laugh about McDowell's in Coming to America, but none of us follow that format. McDowell's studied McDonald's. You see in the movie, they was looking at their training manual. That's how they did it. That's how they did it. They made a parody out of that, but that's how you do it. No idea is original. If you want to be in business, you got to look at what the business owners are doing. My bad, LA for life. That's a sister. Shout out to our sister, LA for life. Thank you so much for the support, my sister. We love you. We celebrate you. Please forgive me. Don't charge it to my heart. But yes, once again, and I don't care what industry that you're in. If you're trying to run a restaurant, start out first as a chef. Work in somebody else's restaurant to see how they're doing things before you go out there and try and do it. The reason why a lot of us don't know what we're doing when we go into business is because we never take the time to be a student of somebody else's that's doing it successfully. So even if it's not me that you're supporting, give to somebody else, because you're going to get back what you put in. A lot of y'all understand that. Some of y'all out here talk about karma. Some of y'all talk about, you reap what you sow. You believe in God. You believe in these things. It's all a part of it. It's all a part of the process, my people. She said that's how the owner of Donut King started out. I'm telling you, I'm just giving y'all the facts. It's facts. But we got to be willing to make the investment the same way that we make the investment in Jordans, the same way we make the investment in all these drugs we ain't got no business out here doing. We got to make an investment in ourselves. You're back on, sir.
Yeah, like me, have my own truck. Because somebody took me under the wing. It's my elder cousin. He's dead and gone now. You know what I mean? But I was driving for the company. He came to me. He said, "You've been in the service, and I want you to come work for me." He had his own truck. I'm like, "I ain't work for you." He's big, so I had to humble down. You know what I'm saying? So I went with him, and and he showed me everything. People said that you can drive because I came from the old school. He didn't pay me much money like I was getting. He said, "No, I'm gonna train you how to have your own." You know what I mean? And he had a sign up above the door. I had to read it every day. It said, "A fool and his money will soon depart."
There you go.
He told me that. And if anybody can get a chance to be around other nations, you don't have to love them. Just go there and listen. Just go there and listen. I was around Amish a lot. Amish are rich. Don't let people fool you now. They got money.
Yeah, they got their money tight.
They don't act like it, but they got money. They take you in their home. I'm delivering stuff. I'm seeing how they operate. And like you said, they ain't letting nobody go broke. Not in their culture.
Absolutely.
They pass it down. They show them this. They show them how to do the cows, horses, and everything else. And they tell them, once you're in a position, you have to help the next family, or we're going to shun you. And we close you out. And we don't want to do that. No, I'm not going to follow the brother. I'm not going to follow the sister. I'll wing it. That's the wrong way to go when you wing it. Take it from me, you'll go broke. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And you make so many great points, man. And this is the reason why we're in the condition that we're in, because of what you just said. Again, I want to speak to the mindset of it. One of the biggest mindset flaws that we have as a people is we expect mentors to just fall in our lap. We expect mentors to not have nothing else going on. And we have a sense of entitlement that, man, if I want to learn something, then this person should be reaching out to me and taking me by the hand and showing me what to do. Any real mentor that is worth his weight in gold is not just sitting around trying to hold your hand. If you see somebody that's really about his business, they're already working. They're already out there getting it. You're having to catch up with them to learn how the game is going. I'm telling y'all, that's the problem with our people, man. We watch these shows and we grow up in the hood where, this is little Tyrone, this little Ray Ray, take little Ray Ray and help him out. And then we become adults and we still have the little Ray Ray mindset. We don't realize, we adults now. Listen to what I'm saying, my people, very closely. Right now, if you're broke, I encourage you to take the richest person that you know out to lunch. It's not about the money. It's about you putting yourself in a position to get their time to soak up game from them. But see, a lot of us never do that because we got a mindset, well, it's all in it for me. What is it in it for me? What y'all got for me? And this is the reason why we never get on. I'm telling y'all this right now. If you have a minimum wage pay grade or slightly above it, you need to be paying entrepreneurs to work for them. And the things that I'm saying right now, they sound so radical and so foreign to you because you've already been programmed through a system that only wants you to be the worker. If you don't have the skill set and you don't have the knowledge, the best thing that you can do is get in front of a person that's running the business that you want to run and say, I'm going to pay you to work for your business. You know why? Because Everything that you're going to learn from shadowing the entrepreneur, you're going to be able to take that back and run your own business. It's an investment, but we don't think this way. We always think about, well, how do I just get it for free? How do I get this? How do I get that? And I'm telling y'all, that's a mindset challenge, y'all. Y'all can go through the 10 steps that I went through today. Mark my words. If you still have a free mindset, I'm going to get one over mindset, by the time you start selling, you're going to run into this exact same problem when it's time for people to buy from you. And then my words are going to haunt you. Don't say your brother didn't warn you. I'm telling you, man, there's a spiritual aspect to these things. That's the reason why I talk about putting the Most High in everything that we do. So thank you so much, Brother Yasha Allah. I'm ready to hop off of here. We need to get on this midweek meditations for our brother at True Spirit of Christ. Now, the upcoming show is going to be about how to start a business. That's what tomorrow is going to be about. So for those of y'all that are looking for steps on how to start a business, make sure that y'all tap in. For those of y'all that enjoyed everything that we discussed tonight and you want to get even more value, this is where you get it, okay? This is where you get it. I'm putting a link in the description below. I'm giving a free masterclass here, all right? 3 keys to financial freedom. The link is in the comments. If you want to know more about wealth creation and how to take your talents and turn it into money, then make sure that you check out this free masterclass that I put together for y'all. As y'all can see, all the information is right here, y'all. All the resources are here. You just got to tap into it. So make sure that you join me for tomorrow's show. If you have any issues with that maximum productivity masterclass, sister, LA for Life. Shout out to LA for Life, by the way. I like that title. I never said nothing about that. You know, LA rep, and I see you. Uzziah at blackmenscareer.com. Send me an email just in case you have any problems getting into the Maximum Productivity Masterclass, and then we can go from there. All right. So for those of y'all that have a business that you want me to promote on this channel all for free, send me an email at Uzziah at blackmenscareer.com. Let me know your website. Let me know the details about your business, how people can get in contact with you. I want to be able to promote your business on my platform all for free. Also, if you have any ideas for future show topics, you want to see me talk about certain things, Uzziah at Black Men's Career. Okay, I could do these shows every day and just come off the hip with my topics, but there may be certain things that y'all want me to talk about that I've yet to discuss. So if there is something that resonates with you that you want to see discussed, send me an email and I will be sure to give you that support. Thank you so much to all of y'all that brought forth your super chats tonight. It is greatly appreciated and goes a very long way. Thank you, LA for Life. Thank you, Juice. Thank you, Azaniah. Thank you, Brian Livings. Thank you, Rodney Lawrence. I ain't forgetting about none of y'all. I take this very seriously. I understand that y'all work hard for your money and you're investing into positive Black male media. That's why I come to this show every day on time, prepared, ready to give y'all my best, because I know that y'all's time and y'all's money is serious. And I appreciate you for making an investment into this platform. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Love y'all. We'll talk tomorrow, Lord willing. Keep pushing.